Hey, it's a brand new day, brand new opportunity to get together with you. This is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Rain. I'm glad you're here today because we have a brand new episode for you today. Brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. And I'm glad you're here today with me. If you weren't here, it'd be a very lonely show. But you said, you know what, Ramon? I'm going to show up and be with you today on the Rundown with Ramon, which means we're providing value to you. So thanks for being here on the Rundown with Ramon as I look down and make sure all the signals are tight and good and ready to serve you. My day has been going well so far. I hope your day's been well. As I always say, if you've joined me here, if I've joined you and I'm in your world and you're not feeling so good, well, I hope this edition of the Rundown with Ramon can make your day feel so much better. And maybe your day's already doing fantastically blessed and great. That's a good thing. I hope I can continue in that upward movement of your day being fantastic. And once again, this is the Rundown with Ramon. All we ask is for a bit of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. We have an exciting episode for you today. We're going to talk about a few things. One, we're going to talk about 15 best examples of professional goals and tips to achieve them. We're going to touch on how you can navigate success through the lens of failure, firing and hiring, the 30 days test. We're going to touch on why a bit of restraint can do you a lot of good. And of course, 6 habits if you're sick of not fulfilling your potential. 6 habits you need to get rid of. We're going to touch on the power of authentic marketing from soul to soul. That's going to be interesting. Operational audits, a health check for businesses. 4 things small businesses should consider in today's economy. We're going to touch on why a strong brand is not a luxury, but in fact, it is an absolute necessity if you want to be a success. Again, I'm glad you're here today. If you're just joining the Rundown with Ramon, I'm Ramon Ray, entrepreneur, started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books. You can get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better at zoneofgenius.com. And I'm so glad you're here today. With that, since you're here and I'm here, why don't we get started with today's episode of Zone of Genius, or today's episode rather of the Rundown with Ramon, and let's continue on today. So I hope you're doing well. Let's get with it. This episode, Karen is here. Karen, blessings to you this fine day. Glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Why a strong brand isn't a luxury, but an absolute necessity. Karen, would you say to yourself, Karen, that you have a strong brand or not? And again, that's in the eye of the beholder, sometimes may be different than what your customers say. So why a strong brand isn't a luxury, but an absolute necessity, says our friends at Inc. You might believe that Thomas Edison was a world-changing inventor, but his most phenomenal role was brand architect. And this is why you've never heard of Joseph Swan. Who invented the light bulb? Of course, we all say Thomas Edison, but did you know that it was actually invented by Joseph Wilson Swan and Henry Woodward? What Edison did incredibly well was commercialize the invention. So interesting. Why do we always say Thomas Edison first? Well, he built a recognizable and resonating brand. Everything Edison did, says the article here in Inc., he branded with his face, his name, his signature. He built a massive publicity machine behind him. That's important. Edison didn't just do a lot of marketing, but he rather built a brand he could leverage. For example, his main laboratory in Menlo Park was famous for generating more than 400 patents in just 6 years. He worked with a team of 14 engineers and machinists and physicists who were rarely, if at all, mentioned building and amplifying the narrative of Edison as a sole inventor. Interesting. Only those inventors who left the lab and branched out on their own, Nikola Tesla, did have a chance for broader recognition. So the point of branding is very important. He's famous, known as saying, I have not failed 10,000 times. I've successfully found 10 ways that will not work. Of course, he failed about 3,000 times, it says here, but he made that into 10,000 times. So the bottom line here, a strong brand is important. I think we need to ask ourselves, you need to ask yourself. Melanie is here. What's up, Melanie? So good to see you in my feed here, Melanie. Branding is important, and we throw this word around and talk about it. Most people don't have a strong brand, but the stronger brand you have, the stronger good brand you have, anything that you touch will resonate with your audience, and people will see, oop, there's something Melanie's doing. Oop, there's something that Karen's doing. Oop, there's something Ramon Ray is doing, no matter what it is metaphorically, but they know it's attached to your brand. So at least it's worth checking out. Oprah has a brand. Elon Musk has a brand. Starbucks has a brand. So there's that personal brand, which is very important, and oftentimes enables us to scale and get into other things. I have a brand in the small business market: zoneofgenius.com, smarthustle.com, celebrityceo.com, ramonray.com, known in the small business space. The question I want you to ask yourself: what kind of brand do you have? What kind of brand do you have that people want to latch on, hold on to, and grow with you and go with you to the next level? My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today as we're talking about the importance of you having a strong brand. And again, you may ask, Ramon, how do I get a strong brand? Part of that, yes, is the colors you have. Part of that. Part of that is the design of your website and imagery. That's part of that. Part of that is communicating and showing up with a consistent message, consistent delivery over and over and over again. Me as a speaker, as an in-demand keynote speaker, motivational speaker, asked over and over again to speak on stages. Part of my brand is the high energy I bring, the high energy, appropriate energy. Everybody's different, but there's certain ways that I show up. It's how I am, and you need to think, how are you showing up? So that's number two. And number three is frequency, showing up over and 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 over again is the way to build a strong brand. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Going forward to our next tip of the day. Ding, 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 ding. 4 things small businesses should consider in today's economy. The economy is going to go. The economy is going to come. What are some things you can do to show up better? 1, pay attention to the local economy. Don't just go global. Don't just go national. But what is the local economy doing that will impact your business? The importance of separating what is temporary and what is permanent is absolutely important. Distinguishing between temporary and disruptional and permanent shifts is crucial for strategic planning. Prioritizing technology and operational needs. This is essential. Leveraging technology is no longer optional, but a necessity for staying competitive. Number 4, focus on the data that matters and prepare accordingly. All data may not matter in the moment. All data you may not have to prioritize. But these are things we business owners must focus on. Focusing on the data I on a regular basis. Look at the analytics of my zone of genius to see who I'm serving, how I'm serving. I run reports of my business to see what money I have, what money I don't have. So going back, the data is important. Technology is important, and operational needs. Are you leveraging technology to serve your customers? Are you leveraging technology to be more productive? Are you leveraging technology to be more efficient? Are you leveraging technology to sell better? Are you leveraging technology so you can have better internal communications with your team? Separating what's temporary and what's permanent. Everything does not have to be permanent. Some things you may do and then you may stop. And as we said earlier, to put a button on that, paying attention to the local economy. Josh Johnson in the house, a serious-minded man. So if Josh Johnson, America's greatest tap dancer, is here, an entertainer, then I feel good. Josh, what's up, brother? I love you. Always good to have you here. And Karen saying, yes, show up and blow up. Let's go, Karen. You got to show up to make a difference. 4 things small businesses should consider in today's economy. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Operational audits, a health check for businesses. I don't even know what an operational audit is. Getting this from our friends at Small Business sbc.ca. Operational audits are a chance to take your business for a checkup. They evaluate your business operations on a day-to-day and broad scale, highlighting strengths and areas for improvement. This comprehensive objective review aims to increase effectiveness, boost productivity, assess risk management, and ensure compliance with industry standards. So that's what an operational audit is, a business checkup. So what does it look like? 1, and these are for larger businesses primarily, select an auditor. Number 2, make a plan. Number 3, conduct the audit. Number 4, report the findings of the audit. And number 5, follow up. It makes no sense to have an audit if you're not going to go through the whole thing and follow up. There are different types of audits. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Did you know there are different types of audits? Compliance audits, department audits, follow-up audits. So what are the benefits of having operational audits? One, finding areas for improvement in your business, increasing efficiency of your business, improving the productivity of your business, uncovering potential risks that are in your business that you did not even know about, offering an objective view. Listen, here on the Rundown with Ramon, I want to teach you things that you may not have thought of or known. And I'm glad you're here today, because if you weren't here today, what a boring show with me. Just me and me? That'd be terrible. But it's you here with me today. And again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better at ZoneOfGenius.com. Our goal is to serve you, help you live your best life, or start or grow your business. So I'm so glad you're here enjoying learning from the Rundown with Ramon. My brother Josh, Karen, and others, glad to have you here. Ding, 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 ding. Soulful marketing, a new way for solo entrepreneurs. What is soulful marketing? Written by Jen Baer. There's a growing movement in marketing that is moving away from traditional loud approaches and towards a practice that emphasizes deeper values and authenticity. The approach, which I call soul marketing, is revolutionizing how holistic solopreneurs run their businesses and attract with their customers. But what exactly is soul marketing? Why is it so important to you as a spiritual or holistic entrepreneur, this aspect of soul marketing? It's based on the fundamental principles of integrity and truth. It completely dispenses with manipulation and untrue promises. Instead, it focuses on building authentic and heartfelt connections with customers. This approach not only makes you feel good as an entrepreneur, but also makes your marketing efforts more effective and sustainable. Soul marketing shows your customers that you support them from the bottom of your heart and take their needs and wishes seriously. The power of soul marketing. It's not just marketing in blah, 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 blah. It's understanding your customers' in-depth needs and touching them at their quote unquote heart. It offers an alternative, since our friends at Brains Magazine offer products and services with passion and added value. Build a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. Run a business that is not only financially successful, but also soul satisfying. If you want to grow your business, it has to be, or I would dare say, as Jen Baer says, it should be more than just the speeds and feeds of what you're doing, but your business should also touch the heart. Again, as I always say, why do you think Folgers has their commercial? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. It touches the soul. Why do you think K Jewelers? Every kiss begins with K. That's a bit flat. But this is the part of soul for marketing, that you touch people. And everything you do, you may not touch people in the soul, maybe not. But the deeper you connect with people, Karen, the deeper you connect with people, Josh and Melanie, the deeper they will want to buy from you and be interested in them. As David Meltzer says, don't just be interested, but you should be interesting. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'd love to hear from you, get to know you better. If you're commenting, that's great. Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, reach out to me on Instagram, take a selfie, take a screenshot. Let me know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon. Let me know what platform you're watching the Rundown with Ramon on. Again, it's a brand new episode of the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Ditch these 6 habits if you're sick of not fulfilling your potential. If you are not reaching the potential you know God has for you, there could be 6 things you need to do different. 1, doing things that make you feel shameful. Don't do things that make you feel ashamed, that you don't want to do. We all have maybe guilty habits and vices and things we do. When are you going to stop them? Doing things that make you feel shameful. Ditch that habit if you're not seeking your full potential. Constantly grinding. If you're working 24/7, never stopping, always working, it's time that you consider a shift in how you do it, because working constantly is not so great. It's also good to take time to relax and chill and focus. Think about life, think about your family, sit on the porch, put your feet in the sand and the grass, and you shouldn't be constantly grinding away. Avoiding critical feedback. John Maxwell quotes us saying, fail early, fail often, but always fail forward. And I think that avoiding critical feedback goes two ways. Avoid giving critical feedback to people. This doesn't mean it can't be constructive, but don't be that naysayer, that finger pointing person, and stay away from people that all they do is critique. All they do is tear you down. You don't deserve it. If you want to reach the full potential that you know you can be, ditch these things. Number 4, worrying about finding your purpose. I wouldn't worry about too many things in life except, are you reaching your full potential? Are you being a good husband? Are you being a good wife? Are you being a good parent? Worrying about that is not going to take you to the next level. What are you going to do about it? By acting on the things to get you to the next level, not just worrying about, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it? Worrying it won't help. Take the action. Take that strain of the worry to take action. Listening to your thoughts more than your instinct. Instinct for most of us is covered numbered by years of abuse. Instinct appears when we allow our criticisms to still and our senses to come back into being, says our friends at Your Tango. But listening to your thoughts more than your instinct can be harmful for you, says our friends at Your Tango. But focus on the intuition. Focus on what you know to do is right. That's how you'll get to the next level, not just on letting your thoughts go off and stop you from moving forward. Comparing yourself to others is dangerous. Comparing yourself to others. You can't be me. I can't be you. We can only be ourselves. We can learn from other people. We can admire other people. We can get insight from other people. But I can't be Josh. I can't be Karen. I can't be Melanie. I can't be our other viewers. I can only be me. So again, as we're talking about things we need to ditch if we're not fulfilling our full potential, stop comparing yourselves to others. Stop listening to your thoughts more than your instinct. Stop worrying about finding your true purpose. Stop avoid critical feedback. Stop constantly grinding away and not focusing on your health. Stop doing things that make you feel shameful. Thanks for listening to The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better at ZoneOfGenius.com. All we want to do is help you live your best life or start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. Why a bit of restraint can do you a lot of good. Sometimes we rush and do things and say something we shouldn't have said, and we're thinking, oh, if only I wouldn't have said this. The Canadian philosopher Charles Taylor says our friends at The Atlantic have described our times as the age of authenticity, meaning an era when people are willing to publicize their secrets and indulge their urges, even as such a drive for personal truth involves transgressing traditional boundaries of self-control. But we can do better than letting flying off the handle. An uninhibited quest for authenticity sounds great, but if that just means acting out, you're unlikely to be so happy. This is, I think, the message of the day. We can be authentic. We can be our real selves, but we don't have to be an idiot. We don't have to be a moron. We can think before we post, think before we tear down, think before we laugh at somebody, think before we bully somebody, think before we tear somebody down, think before we're too much. We need more people who will think. So restraint, says our friends at The Atlantic, can be a great thing to do. That doesn't mean you have to be holding back. Doesn't mean you have to be a wallflower, but this means a bit of restraint can go a long way. Ding, 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 ding. Firing and hiring, how leadership decisions impact startup success. If you're not learning to hire the right person who aligns to your core values, your core traits, your core characteristics, you're not willing to invest in taking the time to hire right, you need to be careful the business you're in. This is important, to hire the right person that adds value to your world. And when you hire the right person, give them time to get into the groove. Give them time to understand, are they a right fit? And if they're not after a decent period of time, the rule often is 30 days. Maybe it takes longer or shorter. And of course, there's legal implications. If it's less than 30 days, I think you can avoid the what's he called, the insurance money that people get when they're let go. But give some people time. And if it turns out they're not right, they can't serve you, then it's time to let them go. Fire fast, hire slow. That's a real thing. Take your time to hire the right person. Give people a chance, though. Maybe they're a perfect fit, a perfect person, but they're in the wrong place in your company, and that's your fault, possibly. Maybe you hired the right person. They're a great person, but they're working with the wrong team. But eventually, maybe they're just not the best fit for your business, and that's okay. Fail forward, learn from setbacks through self-reflection. When you get down, when things don't go right, says Sophia Casey, in the relentless pursuit of excellence, failure is often perceived as the ultimate foe, a setback many strive to avoid at all costs. However, reaffirming failure as an essential stepping stone rather than a stumbling block can unveil its transformative power. This article delves into the crucial role of embracing failure and fostering meaningful self-reflection. My point here, people, and this is from Brains, failing is not always a badge of badness. Failing could be something that we can think about. Why did we fail? Did we really fail, and was it not the right time? Is there something we could have done better or different? So yes, failing is not good. But failing doesn't have to mean that it's the end of our journey. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We're going to touch on this, end on this today. Ding, 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 ding. 15 best examples of professional goals and tips to achieve them. We should all have a professional and personal goal, says my friend Scott Simons. Professional goals are achievements or milestones you hope to achieve in your career. These include personal and professional development, skill development, salary increases, career advancement, and switches. Professional and personal goals are important. What makes a good professional goal? Well, people use the SMART framework. It should be specific, something you can measure. It should be attainable. It should be relevant. It should be time bound. When is it going to happen? SMART goals can get a bit wooey, much saying everything has to be all the time. But professional goals, for example, I want to land an internship. I want to grow my network. I want to learn a new skill. I want to start a podcast. I want to earn a professional certificate. I want to start a new business or company initiative. I want to become a pro at time management. I want to increase sales. I want to be a star employee. I want to become a mentor. I want to create work-life balance. I want to get a promotion. Maybe I want to become a pro at technology. Many things we can do beyond ourselves to live better lives, to stretch our minds. This is what makes the world a better place. I want you to ask yourself today as we get ready to wrap up the Rundown with Ramon, are you living your best life? Are you ready to get to the next level you can achieve, to achieve the next level you can achieve, to support the people you need to support? This is what makes life exciting. This is what makes life good. Thank you, Karen, for your kind words. Great tip. Thanks again. Keep up the great work. Karen, glad to have you here always. And again, everybody, as we get ready to wrap up the Rundown with Ramon, you can get the podcast here if you missed the whole episode. Watch us live on a variety of platforms. My name is Ramon Ray. All I'm about is help you live your best life, start to grow your business. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com, zoneofgenius.com. Take a screenshot, take a picture, share it out with the world. Let people know this is the place to get your top things to live your best life. Go out and make somebody happy today. Go out and call somebody, text somebody, let them know that you care. Be thankful, be grateful. Reach out to the person you haven't talked to in a long time and say, thank you for what you've done for me. Let go of past hurts. Heal yourself. You don't have to hold on to misery. You can choose to let go. Listen, everybody, this is The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, and I'm so glad you've been on this journey with me today on The Rundown with Ramon. Be blessed and have an amazing day.